Contactless banking implants into hands. As written in the Book of Revelation, everything that was predicted 2,000 years ago in the Book of Revelation about nightmarish seals with the number of the beast on the hand or forehead is coming true. Wojtek Paprota is the founder of Walletmer, which claims to be the first company in the world to sell contactless bank card chips that can be implanted in people. In order to understand what exactly was said in the Book of Revelation, we quote the relevant verse. Reverend John chapter 13:16. He required everyone small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name, 666. The process of implanting the microchip leaves customers with a small stitch below the wrist. Once the chip is inserted, users no longer need to deal with debit or credit cards. To make a purchase, they can wave their hand over a contactless transaction reader. The international media present Walletmer's achievement as a proof of how fast the payment industry is evolving, and not that people will accept to be stamped like fools. From microchip implants to facial recognition software on your mobile phone, this new technology aims to consign cash and bank cards to history along with your freedom. However, the company, according to the Daily Mail, which has been featured in both the BBC and Forbes, appears to have misled its customers and is in conflict with other companies. Mr. Paprota had reused chips from Much Better, a third-party supplier, which is linked to MasterCard. Once notified of Walletmer's actions, both companies pulled the plug, citing health and safety concerns. Overnight, UK customer accounts closed. Do you understand what this means for the world of the future they are evangelizing? You won't have any cash, and for whatever reason they can wipe out the imaginary electronic money you will have, or rather the illusion that you have. The results: some were left with completely unnecessary implants under their skin. Their only option for now is to remove them, although Walletmer insists it is looking at ways to reprogram the already implanted chips for future use. A microchip was first implanted in a human in 1998. Professor Kevin Warwick, known as Captain Cyborg, performed the operation to connect his nervous system to a computer as part of an experiment. The device is about the size of a grain of rice and costs $200. The implant can be used to pay for a drink on the beach in Rio, a coffee in New York, a haircut in Paris, or your local grocery store, Mr. Paprota told the BBC earlier this year. But in a Facebook group dedicated to Walletmer's 434 ambassadors, customers regularly posted videos of card machines struggling to read their tokens. Gary Prince, chief strategy officer at software company Simply Pay Me, says, "It's an exciting idea, but for something like this to work, people have to want to use it. What is the benefit of paying with your hand? If it could also be loaded with identification documents, that would be a different story. But it would also open up a larger conversation around privacy." Interest in biometric payment solutions, which use physical characteristics to identify a customer and authorize a transaction, is steadily growing. In 2016, Apple Pay introduced Selfie Pay, which allowed customers to authorize transactions by taking a photo of their face. The following year, Santander became the first bank in the UK to introduce voice recognition technology. And in 2019, Barclays introduced finger scanners that can identify customers from their fingers using infrared technology. The hope is that these types of technology, according to the Daily Mail, could crack down on fraud, as criminals are unable to copy these unique features. This is also a catch. Surrender so that we don't have frauds.